Hey, what's up everybody? How y'all doing out there? This is Brad. Y'all know me from Junkie Fighting Championships, greatest fantasy mixed martial arts on the internet, forums.mmajunkie.com. Y'all know how I represent Junkie Fighting Systems Elite, myself and Mr. Gordon. Yeah, y'all see me here with the broke hand, broke 2 bones, 2 metacarpal bones, the 4th and 5th in my hand. Don't worry, Andre. I got you coming up at the end of the Ultimate Junkie Fighter. We'll see how this goes down. Good luck to Team Brad, by the way. I know y'all gonna go 8-0 this weekend, right? Cool. Let's go ahead and get to UFC 91 and the predictions we have coming up this weekend. Let's start off with the lower card, the undercard we should say. Matt Brown versus Ryan Thomas. I'm going to have to go ahead and give this fight to Ryan Thomas with a 2nd round submission. We have George Sergel versus Aaron Riley. I believe George Sergel is going to pull it out with the 2nd round submission, but don't be surprised if that fight ends up going all 3 rounds to a decision. George Sergel has a tendency to do that, and he is one of my favorite fighters ever since Ultimate Fighter Season 2. We have Dustin Hazlitt versus the Barn Cat Tandon McCrory. We all know Hazlitt has some sick jiu-jitsu. Trains under George Sergel and Rich Franklin in Ohio. Let's go ahead and give Hazlitt the submission victory in that fight. Round 2 as well, more than likely. Mark Bocek versus Alvin Robinson. I believe Bocek's last fight was against Mac Danzig. I'm going to have to say 2nd round KO for Mark Bocek in that fight. Then we have the recent Ultimate Fighter winner, Amir Sadala from Richmond, Virginia, against Nick Catone. Everybody knows Amir has a really good arm bar, just ask CV Dollar Bill that. However, his Muay Thai has not been shown yet inside the octagon, and I believe that's how this fight's going to go down. I believe he's going to show that his Muay Thai is just pretty superior, and he's going to pull out a KO in the 2nd round, I believe. Then we have Jeremy Stephens versus Rafael Dos Anjos. I'm going to have to go with Jeremy Stephens in there, fighting out of Iowa. Josh near him, had some legendary sparring sessions. Let's go ahead and say a 2nd round TKO for Jeremy Stephens as well in that fight. Then we have Gabriel Napao Gonzaga versus Josh Hendricks. I'm going to have to give Gonzaga the 2nd round submission in that fight. Not a TKO, but I believe he's going to pull off a submission. The majority of his victories do come via submission anyways. Then we have what I think is going to be fight of the night. Damian Maia versus Nate the Rock Corey. I've been huge on Damian Maia since he has debuted in the UFC. Personally, I believe he will be a future champion at 185 pounds. He does train with Vanderlei Silva and those boys out of, I believe, Brazilian top team, Las Vegas, correct? Got to give that one to Maia. He's going to pull off some wicked submission. Ask J-Mac, ask Short Fuse, they'll tell you. Go ahead and give Maia this submission victory. I'd like to say the 1st round, but I don't think it's going to happen. Nate Corey is a stud, probably taken into the 2nd round. I wouldn't personally be surprised to see this go to a decision, but it's highly doubtful knowing the way Maia just throws submission after submission after submission after submission. Got to give Damian Maia that victory. On the undercard, Kenny Kinflo Florian versus Joe Daddy Stevenson. Joe Daddy, another one of my favorite fighters. Really loved Ultimate Fighter Season 2. Kinflo, what can you say about the man? He's a great analyst, knows his MMA, and he's got elbows from hellbow, let me tell you. I think Kenny's going to pull that fight out. I'm going to say in a decision. I don't see him finishing Joe Stevenson at all. The only person who really finished Joe was BJ Penn. I don't see Kenny being able to do it. He'll probably be real cautious like he was in the Where to Fight because he doesn't want to lose that shot at the 155 strap that he's got coming up when he pulls this out. So it's definitely going to be a decision victory for Kinflo. Alright, the main event. Randy the Natural Couture versus, I'm a wrestler, Brock Lesnar. Okay, where to start? Captain America. This is your 1st fight back since your hiatus, as we'll call it. You took your year or so off, trying to get more money. It appears that you did. Congratulations. However, you're 44 years old. I do not think, and I know you did it against Tim Sylvia, I know you did it against Gabriel Gonzaga, but I do not see you being able to control Brock Lesnar. He completely embarrassed Heath Herring for 15 minutes. This is a 25-minute fight. Yes, it's going to go 5 rounds. Definitely believe that. However, I think Brock Lesnar will probably be too much to handle. Therefore, I'm going to have to give this decision to Brock Lesnar. I don't know if he'll actually mentally break you, Randy, or not. I'd like to say it's going to go all 5. If it goes 5, I'm worried about Randy pulling out the decision because you probably are a vastly superior technical fighter and will know how to win in the judges' eyes. That's why I'm going to say this fight's going to end in about round 4 in the championship rounds, with Brock getting some type of TKO, KO, stoppage victory over you late in the 4th round. I don't think you're going to gas or anything. I think it's just going to be too much for you to handle. He's going to be weighing roughly 285, 290 pounds by the time the bell rings to start this fight. Yeah, he's going to come in at 265, and you're going to come in about 234, 235 probably. Again, let's go ahead and give it to Brock. And then hopefully Mir will beat Nogueira, and we can have the Brock-Mir rematch. Because that's the only one person I think that could actually beat Brock right now. It would probably be Minotauro. He just would slap some submission on and choke him out and break his arm or something. Alright guys, so those are my picks for UFC 91. Again, let's go ahead and say Brock Lesnar, 4th round TKO. Kenny Florian's going to win a decision. Damian Maia is going to make Nate the Rock Corey tap out. We have Gabriel Gonzaga's probably going to make Josh Hendricks tap out. Amir Sadala over Nick Catone. Jeremy Stevens over Rafael de Anjos, probably the 1st or 2nd round TKO. Let's go Mark Bocek over Alvin Robinson. Dustin Haslett in submission of the night. It's going to be tough though, Dustin or Damian Maia for sub of the night. Not sure about that one. Let's go Haslett. Let's say George Sturgill pulls his fight out over Aaron Riley. And Ryan Thomas over Matt Brown. Alright guys, y'all take care. Hope y'all like these videos. Check me out at forums.mmajunkie.com. Y'all take care. Be safe. Alright, I'm out.